Your weekly pint of sports juice, presented by The Keys Leisure Centre Preston. Eat, drink and bowl at The Keys sprawling beer gardens, lanes, arcade, bar and bistro. Let's go, lads. With the World Cup finishing up this morning, boys, I've got one for you.
There we go.
You can't pick Australia. What other country would you pick that isn't related to like your background or your heritage? And obviously, you'd say England. You can't choose England.
Yeah, that's fair. Yep.
New Zealand.
That's a horrible alternative.
Wait till the question finishes.
Okay,
No, that's it. That's it.
Oh, you're just supporting the team.
Just supporting a team from another country or supporting another country that isn't heritage based or Australia.
Sweden. So I can sit with their supporters.
Or
Norway. One of the two.
Norway, because they got the cool
the road.
chant.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. Now, you know who I actually think could win it going into the future, just due to their population and the fact that they love it? Japan.
Yeah, that's a fair call.
It's a good time to jump on board.
Just love just a bunch of like ninjas.
They've apparently they've.
I don't know. Or samurais. I don't know.
I like sushi too. So
my God, you do smash down some sushi.
Yeah, I do like it. But apparently they've got a national goal of winning it by some sort of stage.
That's so Japanese.
They've gone down the Brendan Gale route of optimistic
they're the best
predictions.
They're probably the best side right now in Asia Pacific.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Asian Cup in 6 months' time, that'd be a good.
Although Australia will be a fair contender in that.
It should be Japan, Australia. That should be the
probably
final
should be
in 6 months' time.
Yeah, it probably should be, shouldn't it?
So I'm surprised you've actually come up with this question, Sammy, because you're not exactly at your absolute freshest after a big weekend celebrating your birthday.
No, I'm fine. I'm pretty good today. Yeah. I've done some renovating as all the YouTube can see. So no, I'm feeling okay today. Yesterday was is questionable.
Zombie-like. Very, very quiet.
I do like what you've done with the place.
Yes,
it feels good.
It's more homely.
We got some footy balls. We got a soccer ball.
Footy balls.
Footy balls.
Footballs.
Up there.
Yeah, good one, mate. Welcome to Sports Juice. Yes. We talk sport as well as other random shit.
Yeah, no reverse parking monologue from
no 7 minutes of that. No.
I listened to it over again. It was so good.
It's so not. Anyway. It doesn't matter.
Do you want to retract any statements?
No, hell no. Watching people.
And we weren't going to let him either.
Park.
No.
Gets me angry.
No. Anyway, we're talking sport.
Gets me fired up
because we're sports juice, not parking juice.
Yes.
Opposite me, we have Peter Cahill, the Enigma. To my right-hand side, we have Andrew Hook, the tactical genius, and I am Sam J. Davies.
We should use our nicknames a lot more because we do
the
refer
magic
to them
fingers.
Online
yes,
a fair bit.
Yes,
so,
apparently I have the magic fingers. So,
as a producer, you need them.
Yeah, amongst other activities.
Yes, you do.
Here we go,
boys. The World Cup concluded this morning in what was a very uninspiring, unenthralling game. Unfortunately, I did do the effort to get up to watch it. I know you boys watched most of it.
Yes.
Well, I guess like the most entertaining part of it, Spain versus Argentina. Well, that was
half
was too.
It was very
Shakira.
It was more to the fact that how long is this game going to go for before Argentina even have a shot on goal?
Yeah,
it took 117 minutes for them to register a shot on goal.
Unbelievable.
No goals on target. So the keeper Simon did nothing.
And you would have thought with the likes of Messi, Alvarez, you would have thought that there would have been at least something. But Spain were bloody good. That was
defensively solid. They were pitch perfect.
Yeah. Did it against France too, let's be honest.
I was about to say their performance against France was better than what they produced against Argentina.
Yeah,
so it should have been, because
I agree with that.
We knew that France were the tournament favourites going in to the World Cup, and they're favourites to win the competition once they got to the semi-final stage. But Spain, look, justice prevailed. If that game went to a penalty shootout, I got no doubt Argentina would have won, because Emiliano Martinez is considered one of the best goalkeepers in the world.
So that's what they were going for.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Once they lost Fernandez with the red card. Argentina had absolutely no intention to score a goal.
Oh, I mean, they had their best chances in the second half of overtime.
But that was after they were 1-0 down.
So they had
to go for it.
Yeah, exactly right. So, but I mean, hats off to Emmy. All their names sound so similar. Martinez, the goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper of Argentina.
He had an unbelievable game.
Oh, he did.
A couple of nice saves.
That's Lamine Yamal free kick. That was heading straight for the back of the net.
Do you reckon the Spanish goal that was ruled out offside when Nico Williams put the ball in the back of the net? I tell you what, if Spain lost, I don't know. I was watching the replay. Where was the foul? Where was the foul in that play that we saw the goal?
I know the commentators couldn't find it either.
Exactly
on the
right.
replays.
And Mark Bosnick's listening on the way to SEN, on the way to work. He's like, if Spain lose, this will be a national disgrace. There was no foul anywhere. And we know throughout the tournament, Argentina have had a decent run with VAR and the referees. That just would have added to another list to their catalogue.
You know what I loved about the game was that when Spain were in front, they kept pounding back to the old players.
Yeah,
that
was
World
cool.
Cup. It just had a really nice feel about it for Spain. But yeah, they won in overtime, and we moved forward with Argentina. Of course, they were the defending champs going down, and no more Messi in World Cups, no more Ronaldo in World Cups.
Hang on,
surely.
Well, we know Ronaldo's definitely
Sure.
confirmed he's not going to
Messi there's been no word from his party about his future in the as a
But he
Argentinian player.
plays smart. The amount of walking he does throughout a match.
Oh, it's awesome.
He's very, very smart in terms of when he needs to put the foot on the gas.
That's just IQ. It's just high soccer IQ.
And just he moves in the right spaces, and we saw the killer balls he played, particularly in the semi-final. Florian Torres, I guess we've got to mention him because he was the goal scorer. Yep. It was a cracking goal too.
That was a good goal.
On the volley to break the deadlock. But as you mentioned, Sam, Spain's defence throughout this whole tournament, they've only conceded one goal in 8 matches. They've never trailed in any of the games they've played in. And for a team that was so used to that, they play such beautiful football. It really was a game between Spain's calmness versus the chaos of Argentina. And you saw what Argentina were trying to do right from the get-go. They were trying to slow the game down, foul anytime Spain had a good run going forward. And finally, their shithousery tactics got caught out because 6 yellow cards. We talked about the sending off of Fernandez after 2 bookings. About bloody time because, look, South American sides, they've got a bit of
spice,
bit of dog about them. they know how to play.
Put it bluntly.
Well, we've seen it throughout the whole tournament. We saw Paraguay do it in games. They just know how to toe the line without going over. But unfortunately for Argentina, today it went a little bit over.
What happened after the whistle? Because I turned it off, went straight to work. Apparently there was a bit of push and shoving after.
There was a lot of pushing and shoving, and it was almost like AFL style jumper punching.
Was it sort of like sore losers?
There was something that ignited it. I can't remember exactly what it was.
And one of the players got sent off after the game as well from Argentina.
Yeah. I don't get how that's a thing, but sure.
Whatever. But we should also mention Rodri, of course, who this is a guy who just recently came back from an ACL. He was awarded the Golden Ball for best player of the tournament, and his performance this morning just controls everything.
He's a captain.
Don't win.
He's a captain.
No, he is a captain. He was unbelievable. We know Mbappe got the Golden Boot for most goals, 10 goals in the tournament, and now he's only played 3 World Cups. And we talk about Ronaldo and Messi have now played in 5. He's already
second time he's won it.
His second time he's won. He's already surpassed him for most goals from any player over time in the history of World Cups.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about the whole World Cup as a whole, it was probably the best World Cup we've seen, and since Australia's been making it. For me,
put the most amount of effort into this World Cup, and I've enjoyed every second of it. Except for the Australian games, they were pretty boring, but that's all right.
It's been great. It'll be interesting now after the raging success of this tournament in 4 years' time, which is going to be all over the place. There's going to be games in Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay to celebrate the 100-year anniversary of the inaugural World Cup in 1930.
That's going to be a big one.
And then they're going to Spain. Most of the games are going to be played in Spain, Portugal, and Morocco.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. The next World Cup and all the flying around just sort of goes to show how small the world is becoming because we can travel anywhere, we can watch anywhere. I
think it's more accessible. I wouldn't say it's small.
More accessible. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If these countries are getting a World Cup, and we know Australia had the Women's World Cup in 2023. Who's to say Australia in the future?
I don't think we ever will.
I don't think we will, but we can. It's so
we
doable.
we hosted the
Well,
Women's World Cup.
I think it would be shared with Asia.
Yeah, New Zealand as well.
Yeah, New Zealand and then Japan possibly. I can see that.
Japan's a
possibly
bit
happening.
far away.
Slightly a bit far, but doable.
Oh, very
I'd say
doable.
it's
You could do Perth, Brisbane, Melbourne, New
Sydney,
Zealand.
Sydney.
Sydney would go.
Sorry, Sydney, New Zealand. There's five possible locations.
You want to do the island nations because
You're not going Samoa.
no Tonga. Let's not forget Archie Thompson's 13 goals against American Samoa all those years ago.
Singapore. They love their
What
soccer.
sort of stadium do they have though?
I know they've got a cricket
Surely
stadium.
it has to be.
I don't know.
Has to be better than Mexico. That.
I'll suss it out.
Yeah.
I do some research for us when you go on your trip in October.
But
Yeah,
I mean, they show that they can-
Australasia leg.
they show that they can hold international sporting events with
Yeah.
the Grand Prix and stuff. So
I was disappointed because you mentioned, Sam, that the final was uninspiring. Didn't really hit great heights. Compare that to the third playoff game, which saw 10 goals.
Yeah.
6-4.
but it goes. That sort of more goes to show no one
one cares.
cared.
No, it's
It's all about scoring.
there
goals,
weren't
entertain the
a lot of
crowd.
tackles. I think players were starting to think about their upcoming club season for their respective clubs. But I tell you what, it was bloody entertaining.
Having said that, though, finishing third in a World Cup is
That's big.
no mean
That's
feat. It
big.
is
But
good.
no one cares.
No one cares, though,
Because tell me who's finished third in previous World Cups.
I don't know how many has England got.
Well, that's their first one.
Oh, that's their
So
first
they
one.
actually brought something home.
Yeah,
A
okay.
bronze medal.
Yeah, right.
And a
yeah.
shitload of FIFA money.
Absolutely
Yeah.
a shitload of FIFA money. But last time we were on the podcast was before the semi-finals.
Yes.
To think that when England were 1-0 up against Argentina, we know what they did. They parked the bus, put on all their defenders, did not work. It cost them in the end. But it was interesting, the third place playoff, they were 4-0 up at half time. France scored 3 goals like that. And you're thinking, here we go. England's going to park the bus again. But they didn't. They
No.
put attacking subs on, and they ended up scoring 2 more goals. That killed the game. So
What could have been?
what if? It's a
What could have been?
big what if. But yeah.
A quick one. Let's just quickly talk Australian soccer. I believe that side, the Socceroos side that's coming through right now,
Yep.
the benchmark is reaching the 32 now because this is a young side coming through.
It should be 16.
They're all starting to move off to some of the bigger leagues. I mean, we've seen what's happened to Patrick Beach in
Yep.
the last couple of
playing
days.
for Troyes in the League One in France.
So this is now the benchmark, 32, and we should
No,
move
it should be
past it.
16.
Well, that's what we should get to next because this team is primed next World Cup, not this one. And I
Yep.
thought that we performed quite well
Yeah,
in
well,
terms of age.
you go through the squad. There's not many players who are in the squad.
Beige probably won't be there.
Beige,
Lecky was in the
Beige
squad, but he
illegal.
didn't get much
he
time.
didn't contribute much
No.
in this tournament.
Matt
Beige,
Ryan-
Lecky,
Matt
Matt
Ryan
Ryan,
didn't-
won't
he'll
be
be-
there.
he'll
contribute all
there.
that much.
Irvine will be 50-50. So it's going to
How
be.
old's Irvine? He's been around a long
He's
time.
been a long round. I'm guessing
I'll look
early
it up.
30s.
Well,
I
you're
would say
gonna
early
get
30s.
prime out of Bossy. You're gonna
It's
get
Jackson,
prime
isn't
out
it?
of
Irukunda.
Irukunda, Harrington.
Harrington,
So yeah, I think you're spot on. I think next 4 years time, it's going to be a much
Parto.
more mature team.
Because that's
No way.
No, look, I think the Socceroos have a spine. They can establish, like we said when they first went out against Egypt. One, they got to be on more on the front foot. I think we have enough
New coach.
talent. We have enough talent to play on the front foot rather than what we saw throughout the 4 games.
Big Ange.
Well, he's now in Saudi Arabia getting the big bucks. I'm not sure he's going to be too
He'll be
quick.
retired by then.
I don't think he's too quick to go back to the Socceroos after he had a pretty testy relationship with the Australian FA when he was the Socceroos coach. And 2, we said it, we need to establish a proper striker.
We need a striker.
Well, I mean, we did receive $16 million from FIFA for our contribution to this World Cup. So surely you're putting that back into the program.
Put
Spend
it-
it in the right spot.
Put it straight into finding other players around the world with our passport.
Well,
That's what needs to
Oh,
happen.
Parto be the perfect example.
Suter.
Yes.
He was one of those type of players.
can't remember who it was, but it was an ex-Socceroo. He said that they need to put that money back into the juniors and the under 18s to make it free for everyone to play.
Well,
Yeah.
not free, but at least just like
Manageable.
manage. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's ridiculous the amount of money. And we all know that if you want to go join an NPL club as a youngster, you've got to pay the big bucks
Mhm.
unless you're extremely talented and then they let you
Get
on the list.
scholarships and all
Or
that.
introduce some sort of like rewards-based program sort of thing, almost like a
Scholarship.
scholarship sort of thing. Yeah.
Well, we do have that with Heidelberg United at my school, which
course
is quite good. But the problem with the funding in Australian soccer is it's from the bottom up, whereas if you look at the model from the Australian rules, AFL, it's from the top down is where all the money comes from. So that's where it's got to change.
It's because there's no money at the top for soccer.
Well, $16 million is something.
Or that starts.
It's
That's the
starting
start.
point.
That's the start of it.
They've then got to go, although they're different sort of heads of football, but A-League need to get to free to air somehow.
Well, I tell you what, it'll be interesting to see how the A-League
SBS.
goes
Yeah.
this season. Because, of course, generally after a World Cup,
It'll
you
Has a
get
pop.
a bit of a spike,
Mm.
but unfortunately, it doesn't sustain it.
No, I tend to
That's
agree
going
with
to
that.
be key.
We're moving on to AFL.
Let's go, boys.
So we had Thursday nights and we had Geelong take on St Kilda down at the Cattery. 15 goals, 12, 102 to St Kilda, 11 goals, 9, 75. My Palmer was done after Thursday night. I don't know.
Kilda.
I did. Well, just with Geelong's outs, I thought,
But St Kilda.
Mine,
they were on a bit of a roll. I thought maybe. And anyway, I was stupid.
mine was done because I forgot to tip.
Oh, yeah, you got the away team.
Yeah.
How much do
So-
you end up tips? Do you end
Oh,
up getting?
I shut the bed bad.
Yeah,
It wasn't a good week for
It
me.
wasn't a good week. Myers with 3 goals has been important. coming
Well,
back
it's
into our
come.
side.
Well, for him to come back in perfect time, considering the injuries they have copped, and of course, we'll talk about the big significant injury that they copped during the game on Thursday night. But he's considering he had the he had the ACL, but he didn't have the proper surgery,
Mhm.
so his ACL is barely hanging on. He's played pretty much a month from VFL, but his first game back, 3 goals. I think he had 20 odd disposals as well. Very good game.
So he's gone. I'm sort of not all over this, but I have heard. So he's gone down the rehab
He's
or
done
the Lars.
not the it's a different type of surgery. So it's not
Okay,
the
so he had
full
surgery.
reconstruction,
Right.
but apparently they're still fearful that it can go a time like that.
Apparently, I've been told because I've done my ACL and I went through the rehab. I didn't have surgery at all, and because I didn't really need it. I'm not a professional athlete, and I've been told by another physiotherapist that over time it actually can reattach. Over time,
It depends on the,
On the
grade
actual-
of
yeah,
tear
yeah.
and whereabouts it tears as well.
I reckon mine's reattached.
We'll get-
Let's,
I'd love to
let's
get
try it
scanned.
out. Let's get you on the soccer pitch,
back,
mate.
Or get back on the touch rugby field.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
where you did the ACL.
Yeah, I did. Anyway, getting back to this game, St Kilda, they were sort of on a bit of a roll. This makes it a little bit harder for finals for them now.
Tell you what, the interesting thing about this, Ryan Marshall played a game out of the ages, in a losing side, and it's no doubt that he plays best when he is the number one ruck, not trying to share the duties with Tom DeConey. It's fair to say the experiment with 2 high-quality ruckmen has not worked. And I'll tell you what, a performance like this, where he's had, 33 touches, 30 outs, 2 goals, done everything. We know Geelong need a ruckman. I got no doubt Geelong will be like, okay, boys,
Come down.
once the season's over,
Yeah.
this should be our number one target.
Yeah, absolutely. I did say it would make St Kilda hard to make finals, but they do currently sit in the top 10, just in 10th position with 32 points. But just below them, you've got GWS, but I mean, how good are they now? Carlton, who lost, and North Melbourne, who lost. So all those teams in that group of 4 all lost on the weekend.
And
so it makes it very
I
interesting.
guess this is a bit of the deterrent of the top 10. None of those 4 teams you mentioned are finals worthy.
No.
No, it's
None of them.
GWS.
No, they're frauds.
They lose to
Absolute
Western. You
frauds.
lose to Western.
I
you're a fraud.
I know, but we've seen what they're capable of against big sides.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
a quarter.
Yeah, and like it's
For
just
a
it's
quarter.
enough.
No, I'm sorry.
Uh,
no.
I don't know.
I've lost
I don't
I've
know.
lost all respect for them
Look,
after what they did.
Nate
stuff
Caddy didn't even play the whole
Yeah,
game.
I wouldn't be tipping them if they're in finals, but you never know.
on their day. Yep. But look, really important for Geelong. I guess the big sour note, Max Holmes, pretty much done for the year now as well.
Mm.
So that adds to the injuries of Jeremy Cameron. And there's another one that just escapes me at the worst possible time. But that's a massive blow because really, you look at Geelong's midfield, it's Smith and Holmes. They're the barometers.
Yeah.
But now with Holmes pretty much done with, a severe ankle injury,
It was right at the end of the game too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it didn't cost them the win or the loss, but it's probably going to cost them going into the future.
do you reckon does that stop Geelong making top 4? An injury like that
Let me have a
with
look at the
down from
ladder.
Cameron?
I reckon.
They're in 9th position at the moment. They are 8 points outside the top 4.
I don't think.
Geelong are in 9th.
Yeah.
They're 9th. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't.
They've
tip
had a
them.
downfall. They've had a big. Like their last month has been pretty bad.
They
They've
do-
had 1 win in the last 5,
They-
with
Yeah.
the bye.
They
so-
do have an easy draw home. I think they've got
Yeah, I think
Arsenal,
they
got
do.
Essendon, they got
Yeah.
North. So
I don't know. Essendon back apparently.
Oh. All right, let's move over to a real premiership threat. We had Sydney take on Adelaide. 10 goals, 11, 71 Sydney to Adelaide. 13 goals, 9, 87. It's
Tick, another tip wrong.
very, very good win for Adelaide.
Oh, and Adelaide, not only did they open up a 29-point lead during the second quarter, but they were down at three-quarter time. And you normally think Sydney, with all the momentum, home ground advantage, Sydney going to win this game. So for Adelaide then to kick, 5 goals in the last quarter and turn a deficit into a win, the credentials of top four side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Goal story. But they've lost Fogarty now for 3 weeks after that.
Yes,
Cunningham,
yes,
which is,
yes.
well, I know you're very happy about, considering they play the Pies this coming week.
Thursday
I don't
night.
think he's not that critical a player.
Oh, but he's been in
Phil
good
Thorpe?
form. No, Fogarty.
Fogarty, sorry.
Well, Fogarty's kicked 13 goals the last 3 weeks, so he's
been
been in
good.
really good
He
form.
normally plays well against the Pies too.
They
normally
did
plays
rest
well.
Walker, so they'll get Walker back.
Yeah,
So
that's a nice
like replacement.
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about Sydney. Papley with 4, and he's come back at the right time.
I love
And
Tom
Warner
Papley
with
so
2.
much.
He's good when he's not playing against your team. That's when you like watching him. If he's playing against your team,
You just want to punch him in the
absolutely
face.
hate him.
You just want to absolutely give him
Yeah.
a smack across the chops.
Is it worry for Sydney going forward? They sit second on the ladder. They've had 2 losses now in a
Mulligan.
row.
Mulligan.
Oh, is it a
Hey.
mulligan though?
Hey, ready? Training loads.
Yes, I'm with you.
Why
Don't
have we
worry.
not mentioned that yet?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been thinking it through the week, and you're right.
How many goals, Charlie? How many goals, Charlie Curnow?
Yep, none.
None. So we gave him a big rap saying, he's starting to perform in big games. Unfortunately for Sydney, without Amati, McDonald's just come back from injury.
Amati.
No, but I'm just saying that, Curnow needs to be the big linchpin, and he got well held in this game.
Are they flat track bullies? Because if we look at their last month, they played against Brisbane, got
Loss.
beaten. They played against the Bulldogs. That was a win. They then came up against Fremantle, loss. And then they came up against Adelaide and lost.
I reckon their midfield, as good as it is, with Gordon, Heaney, and Warner, I think the big bodies of opposition teams can bully them.
Yep.
I think contested wise, they have a couple of efficiencies which makes them gettable when they're not on. And, Adelaide and Fremantle have proven that the last 2 weeks.
Absolutely. All right, we move on to Port Adelaide and Fremantle. 11 goals, 975 to Fremantle. 15 goals, 3, 103. That is
13. 15-13.
I was at 13, was it?
Yep.
It says 3 here on the AFL website.
What was their
That's,
score? 103 or 93?
103.
103.
Yeah, it's 13. That should be 13.
Should be 13,
Yes.
should it? Oh, yeah. The primary school maths is
Thank you.
kicking in there, Hookie. It says 3 here on the AFL website. I was going to say that's pretty accurate kicking. But Port Adelaide were actually sort of in this
Yeah.
game in the last quarter with
They had me nervous for a little
roughly
while.
5 to 10 minutes to go. They weren't that
Yeah.
far behind.
And this was with no Butters and Horn Francis and Rosie. They're 3 best players who, pretty much are the reason why they win most games.
Yep.
So it's a bloody good effort from them.
And that's what we've been saying all year about Port Adelaide, is that
Yeah.
it's been a good effort from them all year. And now they're obviously losing Butters, most likely losing him. You think he's gone. But talking about Fremantle, 4 goals to a miss. Tracy with 3, Frederick with 3 as well.
Yeah, look,
They spread the love.
they were able to rest Shea Bolton. They were able to put Hayden Young back on the side. And
Every time.
I love Hayden
He
Young. Oh, he's
mentions him
sexy.
every podcast.
No, it's
Like, my love for Billy Frampton is matched for your love for Hayden Young.
no, it's, what? I don't put
It's
posts up.
more.
Yeah. I'm not putting posts that Hayden Young's a top 10 player like you do with Billy Frampton being all Australian. But look, Fremantle, they did what they had to. They're such a professional outfit.
They are.
Even when they're behind in games, they can just turn it on a switch. And this is what has made them different to previous years. Now they've got different gears and they can just click into top gear whenever they want. And that's what makes them such a great side to watch and deserved premiership favourites.
How much of Premiership's favourites are they? Because look, they're on 64 points, so 16 wins, 142 percentage, which is pretty nice.
That's healthy.
Are they? Because you look at some other commentators around the league, and they're saying that they are well and truly favourites.
The only thing that makes me think they're not as short price favourites as what you mentioned, commentators might think. I want to see them do it on the MCG.
That's the question
They
mark, isn't it?
play Melbourne in a couple of weeks' time. Am I right, Sammy?
2 weeks.
In
Ooh,
2
when's that one?
weeks.
2 weeks time.
Yeah, what? Like, do we know the day?
Saturday afternoon, I think it is.
So that'll be a good test against a top
That'd be
opposition.
good to go watch. That'd be very good to go
I'm-
watch.
I'm working.
I'm gonna wait. Where is that one? So you reckon 2 weeks?
I think it's 2 weeks
Oh,
time.
so
Oh
that-
no, 3 weeks actually.
2 weeks? No.
2 weeks.
Well, this week.
This
well,
week-
sort of 3 weeks. Yeah, because it's a Monday. Counted as 3.
What date?
It's 8th of August.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm working.
It's
When,
it's
when,
Saturday afternoon.
when did Richmond play that week? Because if Richmond are playing interstate,
They're playing interstate.
no, are they that round? You got the fixture up there.
Yeah. They're playing Adelaide interstate that night.
Oh, great. So we'll go to Melbourne Friday. We'll go to a pub and watch
wanna go?
Adelaide. Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm
That'd be a
in.
great game of footy.
I don't know what I've got planned that day. I don't know if it's anything, but yeah.
Sam, you can manage for Adelaide, Richmond, the
We'll
real
keep you
Bombers.
updated. We'll keep you updated with the scores.
But yeah,
Awesome.
no,
Alright.
that's the key. Fremantle at the G, then I'll be convinced.
Talking about Melbourne, they took on North Melbourne, and North Melbourne 11 goals, 10.76 to Melbourne 13 goals, 14.92. I tipped Melbourne. I was barracking hard for North Melbourne to turn the page, and it didn't quite.
So they've lost those 3 games we talked about 3 weeks ago. They
No.
haven't won any of them.
No, they've been competitive.
Have they turned the corner
No,
still?
no. I'm sorry.
They were
They
competitive.
had to
in this
win one
game.
of those games for us to say, yeah, there's progress.
They've been competitive.
They've been competitive, but they haven't won.
Look, They had me touching cloth for a while.
Yep.
They won the first quarter
Yep.
by 2 goals. Of course, Charlie Spargo were probably those 2 goals.
Mhm, mhm.
Typical. But Matt Jefferson, my God, is he going to be a good player?
Well, I talked about him last week. He didn't
Mm.
have his kicking boots on, but still took some good clunks
Yeah.
on Saturday. What, he kicked 4 straight?
Four straights. Van Rooyen with 2. Had not as good a week as the last couple, but he's getting on the scoreboard consistently now, which is all we need.
How about the connection between the Pickett brothers?
Did you see that passage of
Yeah.
play from the
Oh.
midfield?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Latrell just sort of just sat back in the pack and just
I was thinking
clunked
the
it.
same thing.
Ah.
He knew exactly where he was.
Mhm.
He's kicking.
Scary.
They're kicking to each other on purpose. They are. Well, I mean, like,
Yeah.
if it's the best option, it's the best option.
It
but
is,
They
yeah.
are. They are
Yep.
looking for each other.
yeah, which is awesome. It's awesome
good.
because whoever your mate is at Sydney, he's a spud. He's not that bad.
No.
He's
Well,
not that bad.
I was just going by someone who had watched him play before, preseason, and he said he just is not that good. Because
Latrell?
apparently in the
Mm.
Sandford Grand Final or the final, he didn't perform very well. But Melbourne knew what they were getting, I guess.
Can we? You've got a thing for Billy Frampton making AA.
I know who you're about
okay.
to
Can
say.
we start talking about Tom
He's
Sparrow?
been bloody good.
33
Small ball.
disposals, 20 kicks, 1 goal, 1, 10 clearances, and 6 tackles.
BNF?
That's a
Potential?
3-vote game.
Oh, it's 3 votes, but is he leading Melbourne's BNF?
Nah, I think
Max
it's
gone.
gonna be Max.
I was going to say Pickett will be up there, but his
He's-
games, there's a
It's
big
been-
gap.
Yeah,
He's up and down.
Up and down.
Well, his best games are 3 voters, but it doesn't.
Until Cozzy got kicked in the face in a ruck contest in this game, he was looking like he was going to have one of his games.
Yep.
because he got our first goal of the day. But yeah, we went for a ruck contest. I think it was actually Max Heath's boot that got him in the side of the jaw and cracked open his lip. So after he's a bit shy, but yeah, Tom Sparrow, where's he come from?
Who's got more chance of making the All Australian, Billy Frampton or Sparrow?
Billy Frampton, just because there's less defenders, key defenders in the
That's
running
true.
compared to
Going well.
midfielders
Yeah.
of Tom
I'll
Sparrow.
pay that.
You had to put that in. Yeah,
I'm just asking.
asking.
I'm just asking.
The only
But there is more, I guess, spots for those type of players because you got flanks and forward pockets,
which is a blight in the All Australian selection
Yeah.
because it should be
Mm.
specialist roles.
Yeah.
The only negative from this game, Sammy, Disco Turner, who's been
Yeah.
unbelievable. I talk about another key defender who's gone under the radar.
Yeah,
Looks like he's going to be out for at least a month.
4 weeks, which is not the worst thing in the world because he will be back for finals. Hopefully, touch wood, fingers crossed. But especially up against Freo, we sort of need our tall defenders as much as possible. Next week against Geelong, I'm not too worried about having him out. I think they'll throw Harrison Petty back in.
I was going to say he's probably
Salem will be back in because he played VFL this week with
Yep.
Giath going down as well. So there's a couple of spots that I've freed up for a couple of those players. Our forward line's working at the moment, so I'm happy for Harrison Petty to go back to his
Yeah,
role
the-
in the defense.
How did Jake Bowie go? Because you love him.
Oh, 29 again.
big game.
Another big
Mhm.
game for him. 29, 20 kicks. Didn't get a goal this week, unfortunately, but he's back to his silky form that he had before he was injured.
All right, let's stop talking about the minnow teams and let's get to the
Oh,
big
I'm
boys.
sorry?
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
All right, the big boys at the
You
MCG
beat Carlton.
on Saturday night.
You beat
Hey,
Carlton.
We're the big team.
Hey, I just realised we've got 2 bets running from the start of the year.
What was
I
that?
know we got the Aaron Norton bet, which I'm nearly close to conceding. That's done. Collingwood to finish top 6, St Kilda to finish in the top 10. at the moment.
Did I put St Kilda 10?
No,
No,
I did. I'd say Kilda top 10.
At
you
Hybrid
guys-
at the moment.
yeah, well, at the moment, the
We're
ladder.
7th.
Yeah, but at the moment, I've got 2 6-packs coming my way because the season stopped right now. Please.
True, but I think St Kilda's, St Kilda's on the way down. Collingwood's on the way up.
Well, you got,
Oh,
we got a tough
no.
run. We got a couple of big games, but I think that a few of those teams will be
gettable.
and at that stage of the year.
Well, I mentioned the score on
Uh,
Saturday night's game.
Collingwood, 14 goals, 690, 10 goals, 969. Membry's been a pretty good contributor over the last few weeks. He kicked another 3 goals. McStay's been pretty good too. He kicked 2
In fact,
goals.
both of them have been quite solid in this 5-game winning streak.
Absolutely.
I've never understood why you guys have got beef with both of those guys.
I don't. Not Membry. McStay, hit and miss sometimes. Hit and miss. But when he plays well, he's so important.
Looks like
to us.
Tarzan plays like Jane sometimes.
A little bit, but then he does play like Tarzan as well. He's
Yeah, well,
he's up and down.
yeah,
That's the
true,
thing.
true.
But he's so important to the side because he can fill in gaps. If a ruckman goes down, if someone down back goes down, McStay can fill those roles. McCreary, he's bounced back after a bit of a run of poor form.
It's because he's auditioning for Tasmania.
Yeah, look, I think he
Wants
might
to
be.
impress Kenny Hinkley.
Yeah.
Look, what I loved about Collingwood is that a lot now there's been so much talk about their list demographic and the age of their list, but you go through some of those players that performed well
Charlie
on Saturday
West.
night. Charlie West kicked 1 goal, but performed well. He took a couple of good grabs, especially in the last quarter, which was important. You got Anderson, him up forward. I can see him being a bit of a De Goey type because he's powerful.
Mhm.
He's big. He can go into the midfield and do a little bit of a job there, but he can also go forward. So I like what I see with him. He played an important role up forward in that last quarter just to assure the win. So, and Swadling, he's been a find. And has the Rising Star been,
nomination, not
has it
not
Not
been
yet.
announced.
Not yet.
No,
when does it
I
get?
mean,
It's
let me
normally
have a-
Monday
it's normally
night.
Monday.
Could be.
Yeah, let me have a look.
Yeah, that's
I'll do some
he's
research.
been
He
impressive.
has to get a Rising Star nomination. Carlton, on the other hand, of course, the injury to Mackay is probably
Tell you what,
Yeah, that's-
did you-
that's
but
big
that
for
was a
them.
big one.
Did you hear the accusations though that a lot of people thought he was bottling it? And it was just a pain management issue, but it's come out that he's got a tear in the meniscus,
Okay.
a small.
And apparently that's pretty painful.
Yeah,
Is a
well,
meniscus
it was
injury.
unfortunate. It was a knee-on-knee clutch of his own teammate.
It was sort of almost like back to the old Carlton where Cripps just absolutely dominated and they didn't have too much else.
He was pretty big, wasn't
It
he?
was good.
Yep.
It was very good. Kicking 2 goals, did yeah, he kicked
Yeah.
2 goals and got a few touches.
30 touches. I'll tell you what, one player who's returned a bit of form, and I know you love the ruckman before he did
Darcy
ACL.
Cameron.
No, but he was a ruckman that
Oh,
young
Steen.
Steen, thank you. But Darcy Cameron, his form the last month's been very, very good. He was in the coaches' votes. He was second to Nick Dacos.
Yep.
So he's really improved.
Haven't announced the Rising
Absolutely.
Star yet.
No, it has to be Swadling. If it's not Swadling, oh, go ape.
Young Gug Max gone.
The Blues, 2 losses in a row now. So
Well, they're still in the hunt.
they're still in the hunt.
They're tapering. They're
This is-
plateauing, I should say.
Like, this is the benefit of having the top 10 is that,
Yeah.
seriously, right now, we would be talking about St Kilda, GWS, Carlton, and North Melbourne about all the rebuild, possibly, I guess,
Tanking.
and coaches talk, all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And we're not. We're talking about them possibly making finals. I don't mind it.
No, look,
There is still 8 teams. that
there's
miss
a
out.
there's a lot more meaningful games at this part of the season
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah.
wild card positions.
Yeah.
But the Blues were brave considering they lost McKay early. They lost Chera early as well
Mhm.
with our hamstring awareness. So I think the Blues fans would be a lot more happy with this performance compared to what they dished up against Hawthorn. But at the end of the day, it's another loss to the arch rivals.
And Collingwood rolls on.
5 in a
We're playing
row.
well. We're playing well.
We are
We're
playing good footy.
We're moving the ball well. We're hard to play against. We defend well.
I think the Adelaide game is going to be a much better indication of where Collingwood what Collingwood can do. Sorry,
Good
come
record.
September.
Good record.
Well,
over
they beat them in the
Adelaide,
final last year.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's move on. West Coast and Brisbane, 10 goals, 969 to Brisbane, 13 goals, 1593.
What on West Coast?
They put up some sort of a fight,
They stuck with them for most of the game.
but Brisbane just roll on with a pretty comfortable win.
Oh, the class of Brisbane got them over the line, and once again,
Talking about All Australian Lohman.
Nah. Well, he was
I mean,
injured.
he had a
He
slow
was
start.
he was injured at the start of the
He's-
season.
Yeah.
he's the last.
He kicked
month
4
has been
goals.
good, though.
He's been very
kicking
good.
bags. Yep,
Would he be more popular if he was in a Victorian team?
Absolutely.
get more attention.
I don't know why. Like I get it, but I don't understand it.
that he doesn't get, or
Just
those
in
type of
general.
players
Yeah,
don't get
yeah.
much attention.
Yeah.
Like we sort of do, but they're not like then pinned up as like the superstars. Like you're not your Bailey Smiths or your Nick Dacos.
I was fanboying over him
a
during
couple
the
of years ago,
finals
during the
last
finals.
year.
Yeah, absolutely, and he had a very good series. And
Jake
leading
Waterman
up
with
to that.
5 as well.
Yeah,
And good to see him actually kicking straight.
Yeah.
Like Georgiades throughout the whole year, he's not exactly been reliable in front of the big sticks.
Brisbane. Are they second behind Fremantle? They are for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they can win at the G.
Yeah.
They can definitely win at the G
Yep.
in the finals. So, yeah, book your place, Fremantle, Brisbane. It could be it.
A lot of people are saying that. Can you imagine though? Literally 2 ends of the country.
Yeah, it'd be great. And meeting at the MCG, like we're sort of in
Classic.
the middle. That's great.
Oh, I mean, not really in the middle.
Yeah, man.
Probably Adelaide's probably more middle.
Yeah. Yes.
I tell you, I didn't mind the retro jumpers of this game.
That looks
That
great.
looked really,
that
really
looks so
sick.
good. Your retro jumper was shithouse.
What? I loved it.
Nah, it was crap.
It's so good.
The best thing about that was the old AFL logo. That was it.
Oh,
What-
I
that stupid
loved it.
magpie in the middle.
I think
Oh, it's
it
because
looked
we've
great.
got magpies are all heart. Yeah, righto.
That was like the Rocker Brothers top.
Nah,
That's
nah.
how I remember that
Didn't-
top.
Brothers.
Wasn't a fan.
The Tony Shaw era.
Yeah, it was great.
Nah, I wasn't a fan.
I
Sorry.
like if that jumper goes on special, I'm buying it.
Bring back the flying magpie one from like the early 2000s.
Yeah, I like that
one
one
was
too.
great.
But I think that was only really a
We should-
Pre-season
pre-season.
game.
we should rank our all-time favorite jumpers.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought
Collingwood
the-
doesn't change too often.
the West Coast one they wore with the
Yeah,
more orangey red with
Looks
the
good.
eagle. Tell Harley Reid.
it's so cool.
When do we think Harley Reid? I know he's had a break. He's had not a breakout season. We saw that we knew the potential the previous years that he's played. When do we think Harley Reid will be a Brownlow contender? Because his best is up there with
Well,
the best in the club.
Seriously, last week when I watched him live against the Bulldogs, he gets 3 votes in that game.
And he was bloody good again on the weekend up against Neil, Dunkley,
Next year,
McCluggage.
They've
probably-
had
so-
they've had a lot of progress this year. I reckon next year they'll be that much better again. And I think that's when we'll see him becoming the
Yeah.
Harley.
yeah, and needs the players around
The
him.
support.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think coaching wise, they've found what they need. They just need the group
A bit more
support.
talent.
Yeah.
Yep.
talking about support, Richmond currently on life support,
That is a great.
and
Bottom now.
and they didn't even have your support halfway through the last quarter.
Oh,
You shouldn't have told me that.
I need
Yeah.
to get some grocery shopping done. The game was over. It was cold.
Richmond 6 goals, 16, 52 to
Yeah.
18 goals, 14, 122. I didn't watch this game. What can
Who
you say,
kicked
tell
all
us
those
about it?
points? Let me guess.
It's not Tom Lynch, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, no. There you
Well,
go.
he kicked his first goal in 3 weeks. Finally getting his 500th
Mhm.
career goal. But
Seth Campbell, you spud.
what did he kick?
3 points.
Yeah. No, look. Hawthorn.
It was looking like it was going to be an absolute thumping at one stage.
Well, Richmond kicked 4 goals in a row in the last quarter to get a bit of respectability back on the scoreboard. But
because Hawthorn rested their players.
exactly, it was mate, don't tell me like I don't know. Look, it was men's versus boys. I tell you one thing that was impressive for Hawthorn, Mitch Lewis.
Yeah.
Now we know that there's a lot of debate whether he's going to stay or not. We know Collingwood are chasing real hard.
Yep.
But surely Hawthorn are going to keep him. Like I know, like how long has Jack Gunston got left?
Mm.
Because
With the way he's been playing, another 3 years.
so Mitch Lewis is better than Chol Kashir Deer. Surely he's got to be the priority. I know they're chasing after Ben King as well, but watching Mitch Lewis perform the way he did, I know he was very quiet in the second half, but he did the damage when the game was at its most hottest. Surely it's going to be a priority for Hawthorn to keep.
Well, absolutely. But you did mention Ben King. Do we actually think that he is going to Hawthorn? Like, I know that's what the talk has been, but I know Collingwood have been into Ben King for like
A while.
4 years.
Yeah.
So
I think you would need him more than they need him.
100%. And I'll take Lewis if we can't get Ben King. I liked Watson's game. He's come back to
Another
form.
5 goals. Yep.
Like I said, like him for the Brownlow. Now I know it's a little bit far fetched, but I reckon
It's
he'll
not.
go well.
It's
Is it? Could he be Hawthorn's
He
top
can
vote
go-
getter?
he can go missing in a game though.
He can. I could do that,
Yeah.
but he does the eye-catching.
But the thing is, when's the last time a forward pocket
small forward,
has
Yeah.
picked up
but he's
big Brownlow votes?
he's different though.
Is he?
He is different.
He's different. He's very eye-catching.
He's the
and
wizard.
yeah. I don't know. He's not going to win it, but I think he could go well.
He'll give it a good crack.
Yeah,
Good
I
nudge.
agree.
Before we move on from this game, did you guys see what James Sicily did?
Oh, it's a Ryan
Oh.
Mansell. Why are you doing it? Like you're comfortably up. You're 10 goals up. Why would you start a little fruck other way? Then
My-
can stop a conceded free kick in front of goal.
Despite how stupid that is, especially as a captain, my biggest grief with this is what he did to the umpire afterwards.
100%.
To me, that is more. That's more
Provocative.
than making contact with an umpire.
Sam, thank you.
He stood-
I finally feel like I'm not the only one defending the umpires here because that he did.
What he did in the first place, that's him. That's what
Yeah.
he does. He's a dickhead. Yeah, I said that. Everyone's thinking it.
Yeah, we all know it. Yep.
And then to lose your marbles at the umpire about him giving away the free kick and then standing over him
Over him.
with that.
Get lost, loser.
Oh man,
You are a loser.
that actually agitated me.
And actually, that brings like if a player does it to another player, we talked about the taunting rule a couple
Yeah.
of weeks ago. That's taunting. That
It
that
is.
is worse than a little.
It's
head rub.
intimidating.
the umpire wasn't quite looking at him. I
No.
wonder if he knew what was happening.
Oh, he
because
was pretty close. You can't
he
not.
was close.
You cannot not see that.
But this is what I've talked about in the World Game before, where the players get way too close to the referees in
Yep.
the World Game in
Yep.
soccer, and they touch the referees and all that. You can't touch them. This was as
That's
close.
different.
as you could
That's
get to.
different.
Do you reckon?
To me,
it's
it
the
is
same thing.
No, I
what
think this is
Sicily
worse.
did.
This is worse.
It was pretty bad. I'm
Yeah,
saying. Yeah.
no,
I just
I'm
think
not
that's just
disagreeing
as
with you.
bad as well. If you
Mm.
touch a ref, you put your arm around him. No, don't give me a red card.
But
like-
that's the begging and sulking.
Yeah, but you're touching him too. Like you're in his personal space,
Y-
and so was Sicily.
Maybe enforce stricter rules in soccer because you said all
Yeah.
the time.
Mm.
Tell you what, without Will Day, their midfield. Well, again, I know it's against Richmond, but they for all the talk that they want Zach Merritt. I don't think they need Zach Merritt. I think their midfield. This was again without Will Day, who's probably their best midfielder. They still have a lot of players, real quality. Like Newcomb, McDonald, McKenzie, Dylan Moore can go in there. We know Ginnivan can go in there. I'm not sure if Zach Merritt's going to really make this Hawthorn midfield better.
He's an accumulator, and every team needs one, and he's a good one at that. So I think he makes them better. Does he make them premiership material?
50-50 on that one.
Yeah, not sure. I think there's some better teams in the competition, is what it is.
In terms of midfield,
Just everything. Just like Brisbane's better, Fremantle's better. Even next year when I'm thinking about it,
I personally,
Sydney's better.
yeah. So I was about to say, I think Hawthorn's probably the best out of the rest.
Yeah, that's what I agree.
So I've probably got Sydney on par with Hawthorn. I'm
roughly.
starting to write off Sydney.
Anyway, let's move on. And we had the Gold Coast take on the Western Bulldogs, and
This
Gold
could've been
Coast 9
bad.
goals, 14, 68 to 11 goals, 11, 77. Halfway through this game, I sort of thought that the Gold Coast actually had control of this
Yep.
game. The Bulldogs, to their
Third
credit,
quarter.
they fought back. Bontempelli was unbelievable with 3 goals and doing his Bontempelli things. It was funny. I was watching the packs at 3/4 time, and just the look on Petrarca's face, it was sort of like, what have I got myself in for here? What have I got myself in for? You love it, don't you?
I'm not going to say a thing.
What?
Say it.
Go on.
I'm so happy.
What did you see?
It was a look
Did you
of
see
worry.
that turnover goal?
That
he
was
conceded
so
when he-
bad.
Oh my goodness me! He's lost confidence as well after everyone's thought up as a potential Brownlow
Look,
contender.
As a Melbourne supporter, I am following a few Melbourne-based Facebook pages and groups, and I don't want to be that Melbourne supporter, but they're all saying the same thing. He's only happy and he only plays well when everyone around him is doing so.
Yeah.
So Daniel Scare.
Yeah,
Bit of a side bottom.
yeah.
I've always thought that about side bottom.
At his worst, he's worse than side bottom.
Yeah.
He conceded 2 goals,
Yeah.
True. Yeah. 2 direct
Yeah,
turnovers.
side bottom can
Yep.
have some howlers.
so
Anyway.
You're happy.
I'm quietly okay with this.
But one thing, but even Ben King, I know all the rumors about him potentially moving. We've talked about it before. His form's dropped off. Like he's not even kicking straight now. He was the most dead-eyed dick in the competition. I think he ended up with 1-3 or 1-4.
I want to talk about. Actually, I've just lost my train. of thought
1-4.
there.
1-4. There you go. Yeah.
Jared Witts.
Mhm.
Why is he not in this team? He's not listed on the injured list. And this is the second time this has happened this year.
I think the new ruck rules, he's top of ruckman, like your Nan Curvises of the world. I think Ned Moore is probably a more viable option. I think he's got more of a weight.
He's a bit of a heartbeat though of the
Yeah,
side.
true. I agree.
He played well against McGorney when we played him earlier in the season.
Similar ruckman. I guess,
So
maybe.
yeah, but Gorney adapts very well to these rule changes.
True.
So I don't know. I'm in agreement. I think you'd put him in.
Something's wrong up there. Something's wrong.
Oh, 100%.
Something's
You
alright.
know,
I
what's that?
mean,
8 losses in a row now?
I'm not going to say anything on air, but I think something's wrong.
Well,
Haha, you talking about that video?
Maybe.
Yeah.
with McAndrew and Jamar. I tell Jamar, I don't think he's going to be there next year.
And I think it was showing through in Hardwick's press conference that he's quite
Yeah.
frustrated.
Well, he's a lot more reserved than what we saw the week before when
Yeah.
he wrote off their
He
season.
needed to be.
Oh, he had to be.
He needed to be.
He did set a pretty high bar in terms of temper. But I tell you what, the Dogs will.
Dogs.
Yeah,
Actually, they're in 7th position. Collingwood's in 8th.
it was not the most
Yeah.
convincing performance, but a win's a win away from home. Good to see Bailey Williams back.
29.
You know, he had that long stint with the serious hamstring injury. And as you mentioned, Marcus Bontempelli, when the game was on the line, particularly in those second and third quarters,
3 goals, 23 disposals.
turned it on.
That's just Bont being Bont.
Yep.
Let's move on. Essendon and GWS
Oh,
at Marvel
my
Stadium. 10 goals,
God.
767 to GWS.
Thank you,
8
Essendon.
goals, 1664.
We'll take that number one
Really?
draft pick.
Oh, okay.
Go to the positives, Pete.
I don't like. I sort of
That's so bad.
like. Yeah.
That's
Jake
so
Stringer,
bad.
Is he still on the?
7
Is
points.
he still on the Essendon books?
7.
Because all his misses were the same. They were all
Oh.
drifting left every single time.
16 points from GWS is probably what cost them.
Oh, and some of those set shots they missed, not just Jake Stringer, but as a collective, it was bad. And, you know, look, we know the Giants have struggled against the lowly teams. They find it hard to get up. But I thought their intensity was really good. The tackling from both teams was actually of a very high standard. It was just that the Giants just could not convert their good work.
With Toby Green going down
Yeah,
with
that
his
was a big
quad,
loss, yeah.
how are they going to looking for the rest of the season with that? I think they're going to just they're going to just nosedive.
Oh,
The thing is, I don't know.
They've
They've won games. They've had these unbelievable performances, and then they go and do this. You
That's-
just don't know.
but Toby Green's normally their barometer in those
Yeah,
big
but he
wins they've
hasn't
had.
been amazing this year.
No, but he's there.
He's
He's
there.
there, yeah.
Jesse Hogan, yeah, look, how long is he out
Yeah,
for? Because, you know,
don't know.
Cadman, his form's dropped off. I think Cadman really benefits from a bigger body next to him. Because at the moment, he's their number one forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Essendon, though, interesting one. Caddy elevated heart rate. Is that a worry? I don't know.
I mean, that could just be a few too many Red Bulls before the game. You
Who
know?
knows? Yeah.
So I think watch this space.
Should Sam Durham be the captain? I know Andrew McGrath's still young and he was number one draft pick and he's been a solid contributor, but Sam Durham, he can do everything.
I like McGrath as captain. I've always thought that he's one of the Essendon's better players, and I know Essendon supporters don't rate him, but I've always liked him as an Essendon player, and I think he is the captain.
Fair enough. No,
That's in just my opinion. 14,000 though, a low crowd, but that you know, well
That's
done to the
expected.
Essendon supporters that actually turned out to see the win.
no, you don't say well done to them. 14,000, that's pathetic.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
You're the one who left early, aren't you?
you?
hey, these guys turned up, they stayed.
Hey, you left to a game earlier this year with
I
Collingwood.
haven't left a game
Yeah,
early.
it was one game. Maybe because we wanted to go to a certain establishment. I forgot which game.
We have not left it.
We have left
I
a
have
Collingwood.
not left a
No,
game
it
early.
was the Hawthorn game where you got spanked. Not this year, last year. So you've done it before as well, Pete. Don't sweep it under
That's
the
because we
carpet.
need to get to a birthday.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
So benefit of the doubt. But yeah, good. Well done, Essendon. Well done. Because, you know, it's their first win in Melbourne
I don't
for
know.
over a year.
644 days.
Oh,
The 2 years.
Because
Cheapest.
God.
their win against us was in Adelaide,
Yeah, of
obviously.
course.
So
We got any questions online?
yes, we
Sammy?
do. Jeff Devison, is Essendon improving or GWS on the brink?
Brink of collapsing, the
Yeah.
Giants.
It's an outlier game, Jeff.
Yeah.
Take it. Take it. Don't look too much into it. And
Outlier for who?
take the win.
The Bombers, because
Both
they
of
actually
them.
won.
Both
They
of
won
them.
a
Yeah,
game.
No,
both
you
of them.
can't have two.
Nah.
If there's two competing, they can't have two outliers.
It's not the Giants. The Giants, we've seen it. They've lost to West Coast. They've lost to St. They've lost to crap teams this year.
They do
and
lose
this
to
is
crap
another
teams.
catalog.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
yeah.
not an outlier for them.
No.
For the Bombers, it is because they
Yeah,
actually
they actually
won
won.
a game.
You know what? Two outliers.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, let's move to our tips. I've got the wrong round up. Let me get to this round. All right, Thursday night, we got Adelaide and Collingwood at the Adelaide Oval.
Adelaide to get revenge. They'll be desperate for it.
Yeah, Adelaide.
Going as favourites.
Adelaide.
Are you tipping them?
I think just because I think we're a chance, I've got to go with Collingwood.
That's a good Thursday game.
It's a
It
great
is,
game.
yeah. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Friday's even better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Melbourne and Geelong at the MCG. Melbourne go in as favourites.
Well, they haven't lost to
Yeah.
the two.
No, I know. I just putting it there. You wouldn't have picked that at the start of the year.
No.
Against
You
Geelong.
wouldn't have
at
picked
this
them
point
finishing in the
season.
top 10 at the start of the year.
I
I
had
did-
them bottom 4.
Anyway,
D's for me.
I'm going D's. I think their injuries are worse than our injuries.
Oh, yeah. hell,
That's what I'm going with.
Cameron and Holmes, they're the two best
Yeah.
players.
I'll go for the D's.
Yep.
Good.
Fremantle
Peter.
and West Coast.
Hey, Derby, come on, West Coast, bring some biff. Let's see
You
some
know
Western
what?
Derby biff.
I think West Coast will show up, but they won't
I think
win.
they will too.
Yeah.
Well,
Freo.
they've been showing up. That's what West Coast have been
No, but
doing,
like
yeah.
especially against Freo.
Mm.
I think they'll show up, but I think Freo will get over the line
Yep.
Because of training loads.
because of
Training loads.
Mason Cox.
Sure.
Did you see his miss or his 150 a game from the square?
with his
Or-
parents
his
were there,
parents were there
was
too.
Oh,
It was a sticker.
Carlton take on the Suns.
Who cares?
Well, it's important for both of them.
Well, whoever loses, you get pretty
He's
much
completely
rule.
right.
It's at Marvel. I'm going Carlton.
You can't trust Gold Coast, Carlton.
Hawthorn and Essendon.
Hawthorn.
GWS and Sydney. So this is a game that GWS would win.
Wow.
It'll be
Look,
That's
they
against the
could.
top side.
Yeah.
Jekyll and Hyde, yeah, but nah, Sydney.
Sydney.
The game that we're going to, Hookie, the Bulldogs and Richmond.
This could get interesting.
In terms of how much.
This
How
could,
much.
no, I think it could go.
No, Sammy, if you watched us play last on Sunday, we got no game plan.
No.
Thursday's on the chopping block, mate. We want Nathan Buckley.
I love that coming out of your.
There
it is again.
Do you want me to chop down for you?
Try and frame that one.
Put on repeat.
That'd be good.
Done.
On one of those buttons there.
Now,
All right, Sunday we've got Brisbane taking on Port Adelaide.
Brisbane.
North taking on
Ooh.
St Kilda.
Well,
Again, the loser. You can.
I know you're back in North Melbourne.
I'm going North.
I'm going North.
No, I'm going Saints.
North.
I think
They
North-
played well against us.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
played well against Sam. They played well against Port Adelaide. They just don't finish the deal.
Yeah, but it's St Kilda, who can't start the deal.
Yeah, it's true. No, well, if I want a 6-pack of beer, go Saints.
All right, let's turn our attention to the NRL and, well, geez, the Melbourne Storm. What is going on there? But the Panthers as well on Friday night. They went down to the Broncos by 2 points.
Yeah, the Broncos have been on this massive losing streak. They just suddenly find their
What's going on
form.
there on Thursday night.
And, you know, Penrith were in front at half time. Brian
Mm.
To'o scored 2 tries. And you're thinking, oh, this is going to be just another standard win for Penrith. But all of a sudden, Penrith looked beatable. You know, I think that's 4 losses in the
Yeah.
last 6 weeks or around the mark. I know they've had players out of origin duties, but yeah, a bit of vulnerability about Penrith.
Sharks over the Knights. Standard.
Well, this was a game where Newcastle scored more tries, but unfortunately for Killian Ponga, he missed pretty much all conversion attempts where Nico Hines buried all of them, and that was the difference.
The Roosters are beating the Melbourne Storm. The Melbourne Storm now see themselves in 11th position. Are we putting a fork in them?
Well, they've lost now Warbrick, who's out, and that's the last time he's ever going to play for the Storm because he's gone to the Warriors next year. He's done an Achilles tendon. Look, the Storm had their chances, and we watched the first 20 minutes, and the Roosters were all over them. They were 8-0 up within about 10, 15 minutes. The Storm, to their credit, held on, hung on, and they had chances to potentially win this game. But we talked about their hard draw for the rest of the season. It's going to be very hard to see the Storm making the finals now.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the, I guess, upsets of the round, Raiders over the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, Canberra, a great result
by
for
10 points,
them.
34-24.
But unfortunately, like the Melbourne Storm, their injuries, they've lost Hudson Young with a season-ending Achilles injury, which would make it hard for them, you'd think, to be a serious contender.
Standard for the Warriors, 20-12 over the top of the Dragons.
Got the job done.
Got it done. The
Yep.
Bulldogs, same, 32 to zip over
West
the Tigers.
I reckon Benji Marshall will be lucky to have a job by the end of the season. They've just dropped off remarkably.
Titans over the Sea Eagles, 38-32.
Yeah, great result for the Tigers. I tell you what, we talked about it last week when they nearly beat the Storm. They got some young, exciting talent who can put points on the board really, really quickly. So great result for the Titans. Manly, their form's dropped off as long as this season's gone on.
Absolutely. Yeah, right. Let's move over to the Formula One Grand Prix. We had the Belgium Grand Prix last night. Kimi Antonelli just going from strength to strength in this championship. Not a bad race from Oscar Piastri. Finished in 5th position without the upgrades. We don't quite know why he doesn't have upgrades. Max Verstappen doing pretty well in 3rd position. How Leclerc finished in 2nd.
How he didn't get penalised.
He deserved the penalty.
For the 8th lap incident where he didn't leave enough space for Piastri to pass in the braking zone. The commentators were gobsmacked. I think we were all gobsmacked that he copped no penalty, particularly after, of course, Lewis Hamilton, his teammate, copped the punishment after the crash in the 1st lap, which saw the end of George Russell's race. But it was interesting. We were talking this before the podcast, how George Russell, he had no blame towards Lewis Hamilton. It was all about, the car lacks speed. It's struggled all weekend. I don't think George Russell's a very happy boy at the moment, considering what his teammates delivering and, being 45 points ahead in the World Championship.
Where did he start on the grid?
Russell.
I think it was around abouts. I don't know.
Well, you boys watched the qualifying.
We did.
Yeah, look, we watched it, but we didn't watch it.
There was a lot of liquid consumed by that stage of the night. I can get it up quickly. But we go over to the championship. Antonelli now is leading roughly by
45 points over Lewis Hamilton. Russell in 3rd.
Only reason I bring it up is because this just goes to my point last week when I said that he only wins races when he leads from the start.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's
he just doesn't. Fourth.
He qualified 4th.
Yeah.
Talk about Antonelli. He was so dominant in qualifying where he was quicker than everyone else by 0.3 of a second. He had his challenges in this race because there was a couple of virtual safety car periods throughout the race, and Charles Leclerc and Ferrari timed their pit stops perfectly to the point where Leclerc was in front with half of the race to go. It was about 3 or 4 seconds ahead, and we're thinking, oh, geez, maybe Mercedes will stuff this up. But to Antonelli's credit, with each lap, kept closing the gap, and then got him with about a quarter of the race to go, and ends up winning pretty comfortably in the end by 2 seconds. So it just shows for such a young man, who, of course, has now got the expectation to win the championship with the best car, there's a lot of maturity in those young man's hands. So Kimi Antonelli, it's going to be very hard to stop.
And talking about last year's championship, when Lando Norris, he had an interesting race. Of course, he qualified 3rd, which is actually quite a good result for McLaren this season.
He was qualifying very well, which I think goes to prove that these upgrades that they put in this car have worked.
That's right, in one car.
Yes,
because he copped the penalty to go 10
grid
place back on the grid. He managed to work his way up right next to Oscar Piastri. In fact, he got in front of Oscar Piastri.
Well, for a very brief period of time, because they delayed his one and only pit stop. He was winning the race.
Yes.
Lando Norris. He actually rode very, very well.
Ended up finishing in 7th position. So, like I said, it was an interesting race from him. Oscar Piastri, he qualified, I think, 6th. He ended up 5th overall. He had he was sort of tussling between those positions, 6th, 5th.
He had an Oscar race.
Well, he had a good start.
Now, what is that in first, Sam? Because you got a smirk on your face when you say that.
No, there's no.
You don't rate him.
No, I do rate him.
All right.
It's just he's very comfortable this season. He's not doing much. If he starts,
does he need a new challenge?
Yeah, with a shit car.
Well, no. Well,
I mean, he's in a shit car now.
About there's a direct swap with Verstappen.
Yeah, I think
continue to hover around
the only winner out of that is Max Verstappen.
Well,
Oscar may do good for a little bit. He'll have some fresh wheels, some fresh everything, but he needs a good car. We all know the Red Bull cars are not up to scratch. Max is doing well because he's Max.
Well, I tell you, Hadjar had a good race because he was another one who copped the 10.
Yeah, see, I think he'd be better in another car as well. I mean, everyone would be better in a better car, but Max and Isaac, if they were racing for McLaren or someone else, they'd be top 3 consistently.
You know who's having a good season?
Liam Lawson.
Yes, and the Raging Bulls.
Yeah, like I said, I called it last week, mate.
You did. Oh, you did say it. So I'm not saying anything new.
Not particularly.
Either way, I mean, he finished 12th in this race, but he's racing
well.
He's having a good season.
Yep. He got some good speed too.
So could he see his way back into that Red Bull seat?
Nah, Isaac's he's good. He's very good.
He's okay.
He's not Liam Lawson's not
he's
Isaac Hadjar.
I don't think he's doing what Red Bull want though.
Well, is Hadjar doing any worse than Sergio Perez?
Slightly. Slightly. Perez was a bit better.
So,
So
interesting.
I don't know. Who's going to be the second driver?
Oscar Piastri.
Well, he will come in as number one.
Yeah, true.
Which is what we like. If you had told me that Oscar Piastri was going to Red Bull maybe a month ago, I would have said, hell no, please don't do it, Oscar. But after how I'm seeing things just play out this season, I'm starting to be in the camp of I don't mind it.
What are you going to do with all your orange gear if he does move?
I know, I'm still McLaren. I'm still McLaren. Mate, I was McLaren
Lando's
before.
there. Lando's not going anywhere. He's fine.
Yes, I was McLaren before Oscar Piastri.
The Mika Häkkinen days.
So I'll stick by the team, but I'll still support Oscar. I want him to go well.
That's fair. When is the next race, by the way? Have we got a weekend off? or is
We
it
are looking at
back-to-back?
Hungarian GP, 26th of July.
Which
So
is
yes,
next weekend.
That's
Back-to-back
beautiful.
races.
I think then we go to a month's break. We do the 23rd of August is the next one.
Yeah,
after that, the Dutch
damn.
Grand Prix. So they call it the summer break, and we go into the next part of the season.
Well, that summer break, of course, had a massive impact on last season's championship, where we saw Max Verstappen come out of nowhere to nearly
True.
steal the championship of Lando Norris.
Mhm.
Maybe, just maybe,
Still a long way to go.
there is still a long way, and the points gap is not as big as what Norris had over Verstappen last year. So, still
You never know.
anyone's game.
You never know. All right, Sammy. It was a big weekend in the AIHL.
This is
getting
crazy.
The Mustangs. We're looking good. We're belting teams. We're sitting second on the ladder.
Including the Melbourne
Sunday,
Ice.
yeah, the Melbourne-
You're sitting equal first, but you got
equal first. Yeah,
you got
yeah.
3 games in hand. Sorry, no, I lied.
No, we're 3
The
games
North
ahead.
Stars have 3 games in hand
Yeah, that's
against you
fair point.
guys.
Fair point.
So, but you're sitting
and
pretty
teams below us have 4 games in hand.
correct. So, as of right now, yeah, 100%. I'd go as far as pushing to make the final
Finals.
easily.
Yeah,
But more
nice.
importantly, we're in the 6. Let's go. So with your win against the Bears yesterday and our win against the Bears on Saturday,
Okay.
that popped them below us, which put us into 6th.
Can we talk about the derby on Friday
Yes,
night? I know it's
no,
hard for us.
no.
It's hard for us to talk about, but it was just me or Melbourne Ice lacked intensity for a big derby. That first period,
The Mustangs dominated.
yeah, the Mustangs dominated, but the Ice just did not seem switched on from the
They
get-go.
didn't turn on. They were just stuck in neutral for the portion of the game. I don't know. Yeah, it was bizarre. It's almost like they had no speed under their skates at all. They were all wearing weights.
Yeah.
There was just no pace.
There
There
was
was
no control of the
There was
puck.
no rebound. They kept losing the puck. It was very strange and very odd considering the weekend why they played so damn well against Perth, who were the leaders at the ladder at the time. So yeah, I don't know. Especially for being a derby, there wasn't any spice. There was no big hits. There was nothing.
You're very critical of David Bruce's performance on Friday night.
Is he old? Is he over the hill?
I mean, okay. If you're a former NHLer coming to Australia to play hockey, you can be 55 years old and you still play better than most of the players on the ice.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
okay. A handful of them. It was an off game. I call it a mulligan because I think he got 2 or 3 goals yesterday against the Bears. So mulligan, definitely mulligan.
I just wanted to ask your opinion. Some of the other results, Sammy, throughout the weekend.
Yeah, so we obviously had the last derby. So you guys did take out the derby for the season. Congratulations, good job.
The orange team.
I should have.
the orange team.
I should have worn my scarf.
You should have. You should have.
Yeah.
The North Stars and the Adrenaline went head to head. North Stars getting the expected win 7-3. Adelaide's still sitting on their only win against us for the season. Then the Melbourne Ice and the Bears played off in their Bears game. So I don't know if you guys saw, but it was a charity game. I'm not sure exactly what the charity was, but they do it over in the States. So because it was a Melbourne Ice home game, the crowd brought in some teddy bears. When they score their first goal, they throw the teddy bears.
I've seen that.
It's
yes.
very cool. Very, very
That's
cool.
really cool.
It is cool.
Yeah. And then they donate all the bears to charity and they do like a silent auction and stuff. So I think they raised about 10 grand on the night, which was really
That's
good.
not bad.
Yeah. So we took that game at 8-3. Nice response considering our average game on Friday night. The Central Coast Rhinos getting the win over the Ice Dogs 5-2. The 7-1. The Lightning and the Brave getting a nice win over the Lightning 9-5. And Adelaide and the Ice Dogs went to head with the Ice Dogs getting the win 5-3.
Was it hard missing out on the game on Saturday? Because you had a choice between your D's, your Ice,
Or my
your-
birthday.
or your birthday.
or sitting at home, have a quiet one and watch both. And
Yeah,
and
well, I
then-
managed to watch half of the Melbourne game at home, which was good.
How many beers did you consume before you got out on Saturday night?
Just the 2.
Just
It was just the 2.
Two in the car.
2 dozen.
The car ride was long enough. He could have had a lot more. We won't go there. We won't go there.
But yeah. I made the conscious effort. I said, you know what, getting to O'Brien Icehouse can be painful at
It can be
times.
tough, yes.
And I
Your
thought,
weight.
you know what, watching half of the Melbourne game at home made the most amount of sense.
You got the best of both worlds.
I
Bit of
did.
both.
I did. And I got to watch a bit of the ice game as well. So no complaints
And
here.
like you were saying, after now the ice are in the 6,
Yep.
you were saying you're one of the lucky people, one of the rare lucky people to get
Yeah.
tickets for the finals. It's got to be all at the O'Brien
Could be
Ice
watching the
House.
Mustangs. Do you want to borrow my scarf, or
No.
you can borrow it?
No. What did that?
You can
It's
borrow
like
it.
me borrowing a
Just
Collingwood
borrow it.
scarf. Why would I do that?
Well, I mean, the biggest and best.
Again, why would I?
Get sick.
It's, the offer's there.
But yeah, I mean, look, we are only in by 1 point. So if the Bears, or even the Rhinos, if they have a couple good wins and we have a couple bad losses, then there's every chance they could jump in front of us.
I think you did mention this last week. Let's say the ice don't make it.
I'll still go.
You still go?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I may not go to all the games, but I'll probably go to a couple of games. I'll go
Go
to
to the granny.
yeah, 100%. Some other ice hockey news, big news, especially if you're a Blackhawks fan.
Ooh.
Connor Bedard's finally found his contract extension.
How many years?
5 years, 15 million
Ooh.
a season.
You're gonna be happy?
Oh, good
Oh,
point.
very happy. Yeah,
There you
very,
go.
very happy.
That is good coin.
Bloody American.
Unbelievable.
American sports, insane. But yes, very, very happy Blackhawks fan over here.
There you go. All right, let's move on to the British Open or the
Oh.
Open.
The Open.
This was a great tournament overall, if you ask me. It had everything. It had low scores. It had some chokes. And we had a winner, I think, that everyone is happy to see win a major in Ryan Fox. He ended up 10 under the card for his 4 rounds.
That's crazy.
2 under for the day. He had a really low score. I think he shot the 62 as well, didn't he? I think throughout the tournament.
Who?
Or very, very low.
Ryan Fox.
Ryan Fox. He maybe a 63 or 64. He had a 60 somewhere because at one stage after the second round, he was well back in the pack. He just made the cut, and then he played some unbelievable golf leading in to the final days. And yeah, the New Zealander picks up a trophy.
Yeah, only 2 Kiwis have ever won the British Open. But I tell you what, you say how good this tournament was. Going into the final round,
Yep.
we only had 1 major winner in the top 10.
Mhm.
So it was such an open field. I think Big Bryson, who actually blew up in the last round, but even below that, you still had the quality of Fleetwood,
Yep.
Scheffler, who both ended up finishing tied 4th and 7 under.
Yep.
Never really got at the very top of the leaderboard, but just hung around the whole
Just to make
4
people,
days. Yeah, and,
the likes of a Ryan Fox never snuff.
and Ryan Fox came with a bullet yesterday. He
Yeah,
had an
he-
unbelievable
6 under.
6 finishing a shot behind. But to Ryan Fox's credit, that last hole, I think he's already said it's the 2 greatest shots of his life. First, he approached onto the 18th green, then nailing a 12-footer birdie putt to win. Unbelievable.
Well, I love how he plays. He plays quick. He doesn't stuff around. He gets over the putt and hits it,
Yep.
within a few seconds. That's the way golf should be played. It's how I play when I'm scooting around the Pandora at 6 a.m. in the morning to try and get into 18 before school. I like how the way he plays. Lucas Herbert is one that we've got to talk about because he had a chance of shooting the lowest ever round in the major, and it was heartbreaking because the putt was so makeable to shoot the 61.
Considering what he was nailing in the first 17
Yeah.
holes, for him to miss that one was quite extraordinary. And I tell you what, to have it on the same day, Sam Burns, he also shot a 62 as well. So to see these rounds out of nowhere, it was quite remarkable. But great for Herbert. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to increase score on the final 2 rounds, but good experience for him to be in the contention.
It was a very Lucas Herbert performance because we know he's capable of going low and extremely low, but then he's also capable of blow-ups. He shot one over on the last day, which isn't exactly a blow-up, but he didn't perform to the heights that we thought that he possibly could have. Siwoo Kim was another one that I really love seeing up towards the top of the leaderboard because it gives the Australian Open the time of day. He shot 6 under the card overall, but a 2 over. Adam Scott 4 under the card in the last round. Viewing because he was roughly on at about 8 o'clock at night was when he teed off, and all the Australians could watch a legend of the sport going around and doing his thing and doing it very, very well.
And a top 10 finish, not bad for a 46-year-old.
My boy Im, just Didn't get the job done after the first round. He was leading.
You were very excited,
I've been excited.
even though you didn't put money on him like you normally
No.
do for every major. But yeah, he did disappoint after Thursday night.
You mentioned DeChambeau. He shot 2 over in the last round. Ricky Fowler there. He shot 3 under. It tied 18th overall, but 4 under on the last day, having a good round as well.
Yeah, certainly. Cameron Smith missed another major
That's
cut.
another He's, I
You were
mean,
pumping him up so hard on Friday.
look, I don't know where he golfs at. I don't think he cares.
Nah.
That's at where he gets. He got his money. He got his payday. He's won his major. I mean, in the end, you'll look back at the career and go, "You got a major." Like
A lot of
so many
players would
golfers never get a
Take
major.
your arm off just for that.
That's
Mm.
it. So, but he could have been anything. He still could. He's young enough,
Oh, absolutely. Well, who's to say he's reached the peak of his career?
but he's got to want it.
Yeah,
I don't think he
desire.
does.
No, no.
Min Woo, because you were talking him up as well after he had a very impressive second
Even
place
2
finish.
over, finished tied 59th.
He's better than that.
Yeah,
He's better than
absolutely.
that. If I just if you've got a rising star,
Swaddling? It's not. He's got a smile on his face, so it's not swaddling.
Up, Essendon.
Oh, piss off.
It's
Piss off.
Funnily enough, that's actually 6 hours old, so I just didn't find the article. Anyway,
and apparently Darcy Fogarty, Adelaide did go to the tribunal to overturn the 3-match ban, unsuccessful.
yeah,
So he will
fair.
not be playing. It was a shot. Cunningham got concussed. There was no way of overturning that decision.
Absolutely. All right. But any other sports news? I know, England played in the cricket. How'd they go?
They won.
Duckett.
Ben Duckett, 141, the highest from a one-day international at Lords.
It's a good performance from him.
Very good performance.
You made a suggestion about his performance.
Well, we know what he was up to in Noosa. He was on the piss, and
Gets on the piss.
he's probably just he's calmed down a little bit. Unlike Sam on the weekend,
Is he scared?
kept it clean.
Is he possibly scared about the incoming coach
Ooh.
who would put a thumb on
Wow!
the team?
If it's Justin Langer, he won't tolerate any of
Apparently,
that.
from what I've heard, the rumors are getting stronger that it is Justin Langer.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it would.
Could you imagine an Australian coach in England? Like, let's think the Ashes is 12 months away, and I know Justin Langer probably would want to beat Australia.
It's happened before.
Has it?
Seiko was over there in England.
Well, bowling coach.
Yeah, bowling coach.
Well, Trevor Bayliss, he
Yeah.
coached England for a while there.
Yeah, so it's happened.
Okay.
Look, like I said, I think Justin Langer would be perfect considering he's the polar opposite to McCullum.
Mm-hmm.
And I think England players need to stop drinking their Kool-Aid and
Just Kool-Aid.
it could be bath water, anything you want, piss. you name it. I think they need a reality check.
Yes,
So I think that'd be a great move.
I've got a couple things on the old socials.
Yes.
There we
there we go.
One it comes up a bit from one Richard Cerny. Kimi Antonelli has suddenly come out of nowhere.
We saw the
Well, I
potential
mean-
last year.
I mean, to me, he has, but he hasn't. He has because he's so young, but because he's so good at a
And-
young age.
And so young.
So-
Like, you got to pick these guys up early.
Yeah,
if-
'cause
if,
well-
they're showing amazing talent.
Because
But-
Toto Wolff grabbed him when he was 18, wasn't
Yeah,
he? Or
yeah.
no, 17, I think
yeah,
it was.
Yeah, I think 17.
And then he was in
You're
his
right.
first car at 18.
Yep.
And not many people know, but his dad's actually a racing driver as well in Italy. He races GT4s, so
Yeah.
he's got a background.
Yeah.
So he has, but he hasn't, in my eyes.
Yep, fair.
And one last thing, which I think is a really good one to end on, which is a bit of a debate. Jeff Devison, has Melbourne lost its sporting capital of the world status? I think so.
No, why?
is that in competition to Adelaide, considering they're taking all our events in recent times? The golf, the MotoGP.
There's not many places around the world, but having said that, I'm worried about Adelaide because they're onto a good thing at the moment. But there's not many places in the world that you could say has a tennis open.
Yep.
A Grand Prix.
Yep.
We did have the MotoGP.
We've got it this year. One more
we've got
year.
it this year.
Jimmy Barnes performing on Saturday.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that one. Don't worry. And regularly can get 100,000 to their local sport. 100,000 people at the MCG.
Well,
Right? 90,000 will go.
we've got
maybe not
of course,
100.
the NFL hosting that in
NFL's
September.
coming. So I don't think we've lost it.
I
While
think
there's
it's
worrying
I think we're
signs.
losing it.
I think the aura is not as strong.
Correct.
Yeah. Let's go with that. But the Australian Open golf, it's only going to Adelaide for 1 year, which I was very happy with.
Well, I think we've already talked about that. The guy who runs Golf Australia, whatever his name is.
Sutherland.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's come out and said in the last, probably a month ago now, that there is something coming from Melbourne.
And you hear John Rahm's talk of
About
a
the
traveling
majors.
major.
Yeah, I like
And
that
he
idea.
said, and he said, well, a traveling major, or he goes, what's happening down in Australia is good stuff at the moment. So he wouldn't mind seeing it there. And Melbourne, I mean, we've already shown we've got one of the best golf courses in the whole entire world, Royal Melbourne. Can't see a major being anywhere else other than there.
The only thing is, do you really think the USPGA are going to be happy to sacrifice one of the three
Well,
majors they've got?
I think this is, while Live Golf might be somewhat failing at the moment, what it's done is made the PGA go, hang on, maybe we do need to our eyes and travel the world a bit more.
Oh, I 100% agree with that. I hope it happens.
I hope it does. And for me, even though Live Golf would be a fail, it looks like it's going to be, but you never know. That for me is a win. As a golf fan, it's a win for golf fans. So thank you, Live Golf.
One thing we haven't mentioned to finish off the show, Ken Hinkley, the
Yeah.
new Tassie coach.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so, yeah. It was
Not even
reported
mentioned
last night that he'd flown down to Tasmania yesterday morning, and they were going to report. They're going to announce this morning that he is going to be the first head coach of the Tasmanian Devils, which is all done and dusted. He's
Right choice?
no,
Why?
Oh.
I don't think he's that good a coach.
Oh, he did a bloody good job at Port
Made
Adelaide without getting the
finals. He
sweet
turned
success.
their club around. They were on the brink. I mean, they were putting tarps over their seats at the
The
Football
way
Park,
the
yeah,
way
okay.
that he exited, I don't agree with.
handover.
Yeah,
Why's that?
I think he set them backwards a bit last year.
By going hard for finals, or
I don't think he went hard at all. He was too relaxed and laid back.
You reckon?
100%.
But is that just a coach who knows that he's stepping out of the job?
I would have preferred to see someone like Adam Simpson down there.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job in the media, Adam Simpson. I hope
He is. Well,
stays
he's
there.
in talks to possibly go for Essendon.
Yes,
Because he's part of the, I'm pretty
He's
sure
part
he's
of
part of the Carlton subcommittee for
process.
their
Yeah,
coaching process.
Yeah.
Nathan Buckley, where does that leave him?
Yeah, because he joined Geelong thinking that that's going to give me a good
Until
head start.
until old mate Chris Scott started screaming at him.
Buckley was very outspoken about being wanted to be the number one
Yeah,
coach
yeah.
of Tasmania.
Well, he stepped out of the Melbourne opportunity to do it.
To do it,
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Does he now possibly seek Essendon?
would hurt. I'd rather see him coach Richmond than Essendon.
Well, if he plays his cards right, if Richmond don't improve in the next 12 months.
I don't know. Like that list is poor. Would anyone want to step in and like your list has more promise than Essendon's
Mhm.
list?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Very much so.
So sometimes you got to be about
course you
smart
take that.
about what you apply for,
Yeah,
especially when you're a name like Buckley.
because we were discussing this off air. Would Buckley go to Tasmania as Ken Hinkley's
Nah.
right hand man?
Nah. That's
I
a,
mean-
that's a slap in the face for Bucks, if you ask me.
They've got enough money though. Like I mean, money talks.
He is Fig Jam. Well, he was called Fig Jam back in the day. So maybe, I don't know if his ego could accept that.
The thing is, he was that good.
He was a very good player.
A very good player.
100%.
Mm.
No, but yeah, no, well done, Kenny
Yeah.
Hinkley. He's only had 12 months off. It'll be 2
Don't
years
mind
off.
I don't mind it.
I don't like Ken
think
Hinkley.
it's-
I
think it
actually-
suits. Yeah.
I think he.
I love his passion. He built Port Adelaide, or he brought them back. To
Yep.
being, I think he's the right man.
I'm indifferent.
You're a Tassie member, aren't you?
Wow.
You are too.
I was last year, not this year.
I
I was part of the inaugural membership group. Yes.
When that stadium is built, I'm going down.
Yeah,
I really
yeah,
want
100%.
to.
absolutely.
The only thing is, I feel like we've seen the success of their basketball team.
Yeah, it's gonna be
And,
scary.
Like the memberships sell it, like the actual memberships sell in record time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the moment the memberships go on sale, it's like tickets to a concert.
Yeah.
They sell out. I'm worried about like 25,000. There's 500,000 people down there in Tasmania. I'm
Tasmania.
pretty told. Don't quote me on it. You can look
Sammy's
it up.
looking up while you speak.
Population of Tasmania.
Well,
I think it's
census
about-
is coming out soon, guys, so we'll have the exact figure.
Well, I think it's roughly around 500,000. They could easily, if it's a stadium of 25,000, they can easily sell 25,000 memberships. I think.
579,000 as of late
I
2025.
was on the ball. Surely they can sell 25,000 memberships.
They will.
They will.
They will.
So how Victorians going to get a
Well,
ticket
no,
into the
they
game?
they cap the amount of GA, they
Yeah,
cap
yeah,
the
I get
amount of
that.
reserve seats.
there's
Book
not going to
early.
be many for the Victorian team.
This-
Because a lot of people would want to go down.
Oh, 100%.
They'll add to their
I've already
tourism.
said to Claudia that if when they announce the roster when they're playing,
Yeah.
as soon as we get a Bulldogs or a Melbourne game down there, we're
Yeah,
going.
Yeah, me too. I
Be
want to
great.
go.
Be awesome.
It'd just be hard to get a ticket. That's all I'm saying.
Before going to Optus Stadium. I've always wanted to go to Optus Stadium, but it's because it's so
It's too
far,
far away.
Ah,
But I
yeah,
see-
I'm with you.
See, I
I
rate
definitely
Hobart
wanna
though.
go.
Hobart's awesome.
You've been,
is
you've
nice.
been a regular.
A couple times.
Couple times?
But it's nice. It's relaxed. It's chilled. It's quiet. It's just nice.
Good to see you having returned 2 heads. It's good to see.
I like some of our listeners.
Oh.
Anyway, thank you, boys. It's been a pleasure. Sorry,
Done.
Sorry, Tasmania.
Done.
Your weekly pint of sports juice presented by the Keys Leisure Centre Preston. Eat, drink and bowl at the Keys sprawling beer gardens, lanes, arcade bar and bistro. Let's go, lads.